Hi everyone, welcome to our first topic in Microcredential Course. Today, you will be given a topic on introductions to the aging of the population. So these are the contents of our lecture today. You will first be given the expected learning outcomes and the key terms that will appear in this topic. And then you will be given uh, an overview of the aging of the populations, causes of the aging of the populations, consequences of the aging of the populations, and summary of key points from this lecture. So, what are the expected learning outcomes from you? At the end of this topic, you should be able to understand why populations is aging, and you are also expected to identify the consequences of aging of the population. Before we proceed, let's define some of the key terms that will appear in this topic. The first one is aging. Aging is a process of getting older or growing older. Second, aging population. Aging population is a phenomenon in which the median age of the population in a region or country rises significantly when compared to total populations that may be caused by a declining birth rate or rising life expectancy. Thirdly, life expectancy. So what is life expectancy? Life expectancy is the average number of additional years a person of that age could expect to live if the current mortality levels remain constant for the rest of that person's life. Fourthly, older population. It refers to individuals aged 60 to 65 years and above, at which individuals can receive pension benefits. And lastly, fertility rate. It refers to the number of children that would be born per woman. So, if the women have less children, you can probably say that their fertility rate is low. Right. Let's look at the aging of the population. Scientific studies have concluded that a human being or an individual can reach the age of up to about 120 years. However, these may be achieved if there are no factors that causes harm to the aging process, such as no disease or physiological changes caused by the environment that lead to disruptions to their body systems. Due to that, it is very rare for humans to reach a life that is too long, and if there is, they normally have various limitations on physical and mental disabilities. So now, the World Health Organization defines an aging nation as occurring when more than 7% of the population is aged 65 and over. On the other hand, aged nations occurs when more than 40% of the population is aged 65 years and above. Between 2015 and 2050, the world populations aged 60 and over may increase from 12% to 22%. It is expected that by 2020, those aged 60 and over will be more than those aged 5, and most people aged 60 and above live in low and middle income countries, and these include Malaysia. So now Malaysia is experiencing a phase of aging of the population. In 2020, the population's age 65 and above is expected to be approximately 7.2% compared to only 5% in 2010. And the population's age 65 and above is expected to exceed 14.5% by 2040, which will make Malaysia an older country. And the life expectancy of women currently is about 77.2 years compared to men, which is 72.3 years. This means that women have a longer lifespan compared to men. The data given by the Department of Statistics Malaysia also shows that there is a reduction in young people, especially those aged 14 and under. These are the ones who will grow up in 20 years from now when the country has grown old. Everywhere will appear senior citizens who may have to rely on the younger generations in doing daily activities. So, what are the causes of aging of the population? There are in fact many causes that can lead to aging of the populations, and some of it includes increase in the life expectancy, reduced fertility, and improvement in medical technology and healthcare service delivery that in fact causes someone to live much longer, even if they have diseases, and because of better medical services, they can in fact live longer. However, there are consequences of the aging of the population. Two major consequences of the aging of the populations. Number one is increment of healthcare costs, because elderly or older people are often associated with illness, declining health, dependence on caregivers, and many other problems that may involve many costs, especially on healthcare costs. Number two, the country will face a short of workers, especially among the young ones. With the increase in the older populations and a decrease in the percentage of young people, what is worrying is in 10 to 20 years from now, the country will probably be short of workers from the younger generations to provide services to the elderly. So, what can we do now? Are we prepared to face the aging of the population? So, that's the end of our content of these introductions to the aging of the populations. So hope that you have learned something, and if we can summarize some of the key points that we have learned from this topic. Number one is we know the world population is aging. The aging nation occurs when more than 7% of the population is aged 65 and over. Some of the causes that contribute to aging nation include increase in the life expectancy, reduced fertility, and improvement in medical technology and healthcare service delivery. Now, Malaysia is moving towards an aging population. Some of the related consequences of the aging population or aging nations are illnesses, declining health, dependence on caregivers, and many other problems that involve many costs. Okay, so these are some of the references for this topic that you can search. Um, as I will be giving you these lecture notes in the MC website. And you will also be given some activities that will be provided in the website, in MC website. And of course, at the end of this course, MC course, in which it has about 5 topics, you will be assessed. Okay. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you again in the next topic. Thank you.